Looking for Madden 22 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the marketplace. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. How would you like a defensive scheme that is going to force sacks and turnovers all game long? Well, if that sounds like something you're interested in, you're in luck, because in this video I'm about to break down a fire defensive scheme. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have ebooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Duke, back here from Sportsgamerz.com. In today's very special Madden 22 tip video, I'm going to break down a two-play defensive scheme that gets tons of sacks, turnovers, interceptions all game long. This is one of the best defenses in the entire game. It's very, very easy to use, and it will work no matter what system you play on in any game mode. So we're going to show you guys a blitz that basically will beat every protection scheme in the game. Max protect, doesn't matter if they block the tight end, the running back. We're going to show you guys how to beat everything no matter what the offense does. So guys, there's a lot of blitzes out there that people have run this year that there's some secrets to. The 4-3 even is one of those defenses. A lot of people run the 4-3 even, but they don't know how to do it right. They don't know how to make it work against max protect. In this video, I'm going to break down all the secrets that the pros that use this defense don't want you guys to know. So first and foremost, you can use this formation 4-3 even, 6-1, 4-3 even in many playbooks. I'm just in the Giants defensive playbook in this video. The first thing we're going to make sure is auto flip is off. You don't want auto flip on with this defense. Zone drops you can really utilize however you want, but you know that's going to be dependent upon your opponent. So as far as subs go, you do want to have your best user at the linebacker, the middle linebacker spot. That's who you're going to be using, but you definitely need some fast edge rushers as the outside linebackers. And these two DNs do need to be fast because they'll get disengages when rushing a lot. Sometimes they'll come completely free, and then sometimes they'll want to drop them into coverage. So the two main plays I want to look at are cover 4 quarters and Tampa 2. And these two plays work well together because cover 4 quarters is a matching-based defense. It's almost like man. And, you know, obviously Tampa 2 is going to be, you know, a 2-deep zone look with the flats taken away. So we're going to get right into it, coming out in gun bunch, verticals, the meta. So guys, as I'm setting this up, remember, if you like my content, I do free Madden 22 tip videos, I do gameplays, I do news on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you really rock with me, drop a like. If we can get to 300 likes on this video, I will post more setups from this defense to go along with this blitz I'm about to show you guys. And also, like I said, turn your notifications on, drop a comment on the video. All that stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator. So as far as setting this blitz up, it's very, 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 very simple when you know what you're doing. It's going to be in this video a 6-man rush, and I'm going to show you guys how to beat every protection scheme, and I'm also going to show it to you from 2 different plays. So essentially what you want to do is first step is going to be crash your defensive line to the outside. So to do that, you hit left on the D-pad and up on the right analog stick. All right? So I know it's not showing it. Okay, there, it showed it. Sometimes in practice mode, there's just a play arc glitch where it doesn't show your adjustments, so don't worry about that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to blitz off your linebackers. The easiest way to do that is to hit right on the D-pad and then down on the right analog stick. And finally, you want to QB contain. And to do that, you're going to hit, you know, basically either, depending upon your system, R1, R1. That'd be for guys who play on PlayStation. If you're on the other system, Xbox, obviously, you would just hit RB, RB. Now, the most important thing here is basically with your user, kind of want to just stand a little bit over the center, and at the snap, just take a step forward so that the center kind of has to worry about you, and then you can drop back in coverage. You're responsible with this blitz, it's a responsibility, I should say, is to take away that first read, depending upon the coverage adjustments you do. I mean, if you wanted to, you could press coverage, and by press coverage, then like all your coverage will look much more the same depending upon what coverage defense you're in. If you're in cover 2, man or zone, if you don't press, and when I say zone, I mean cover 3 or match, obviously not cover 2. If you don't press, it might give away some coverage tells, but by pressing, it's going to be harder for the offense to know which one you're in. But yeah, I mean, you could shade down, you could zone drop your flats, you could get aggressive with manning guys up. You know, obviously there's a lot of adjustments you could do. But the first thing I want to do is just, against standard, you know, standard play, just no adjustments, so you guys how the splits works. As you guys can see, you just take a step forward, then drop back over the middle, and the guy loops around for a sack. Very, 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 very easy. Now, that time we had the running back on a delayed route, so he did stay in, and you guys can see, ran right around. Now, at this point, I took away the crossing route, right? If they threw that crossing route, I could snatch that. That would be a pick. Now, the thing is, though, when you run this type of defense, you're going to have to bait them. Like you guys can see here, there's 2 routes that could have beat me. The crossing route or the seam. So, you know, when you're playing in a real game, you have to kind of mix up who you take away. Sometimes you want to take away one guy, sometimes you want to take away the other. And that's what that's going to do is cause a hesitation, which is going to result in more sacks because they're not going to know who you're going to use. And if they guess wrong, they'll throw a pick. This is the type of defense where, yeah, some plays they might get a completion, but then the very next play they could throw a pick right to you because it's just such a high-pressure defense that they're never really going to know what to do. Now, if they're running a play where, you know, they're just trying to attack the flats, maybe they don't block anybody, one thing you might consider doing is just shading your coverage down so you get hard flats. That's going to take away the quick flat read, and then we're going to set it up the same way with the crash the line to the outside and blitzing all of our linebackers in QB contain. Now, when you do something like this, remember, you got to take away that first read. See how I just kind of acted like I was going to guard the crosser like I did first play, and then I just ran to the seam. But we don't have to worry about the flats. Now, in this situation, you saw why I said you want fast DNs, because sometimes, see how over here, the number 65, he had 2 guys to block, right? Sometimes he will let the linebacker free. Sometimes he'll let the DN free. Right here, he just let the defensive end come straight through the B gap to block the outside guy. And then also Parsons, he came around on the outside too. So we got 2 guys free. But the B gap guy came first, obviously, because he had a little bit more direct line to the quarterback. So that's why you do want some fast DNs in the game. Now, another thing some people might do sometimes is they might try to go ahead and send the running back out, but maybe they're going to block the tight end. That's another thing that you'll see from time to time. So if you see something like that, you might want to go ahead and basically, you know, you could still play the hard flat area, like on the receiver side, but maybe you want to play cloud flat on the 3 receiver side. Hard flat on the 1 receiver side, cloud flat on the 3 receiver side. Now, if they do block the tight end and not the running back, you're going to have to yourself look for the crossing route. As you guys can see here, that's really the only route that could have beat me, and, you know, we're able to come in there for the sack. Now, this defense will, like I said, it will work the same if you're playing Tampa 2 or cover 4 quarters. It's just your assignments, coverage-wise, are going to be a bit different. So if we go back to the exact same play, we're going to be in cover 4 quarters. You guys can see what I mean here. Sometimes if you pay very close attention to the way the DBs align, those outside corners really, you can kind of tell what coverage we might be in. So that's why you want to press coverage to kind of hide that. And to do that, you know, you will need speed in the secondary so you don't get beat. Now, anyways, when you're in cover 4 quarters, you got to know that essentially your 4 deep zones are matching, almost playing man-to-man principles. So I would be on the lookout for anything going in the flats here because I don't have any flat coverage. I have no flats on either side. So if there was any sort of flat route, I would have to take that away. Now, there's not really here, so we're good. But that would be the first thing I'd be looking at. And if I didn't see that, then I would just go ahead and peel off and guard that seam route. Now, another thing you could do on this defense if you wanted to is you could pass commit. Pass committing, I kind of always do recommend as an extra step to any defense you're running, just because I feel like it helps your coverage and your pass rush. I feel like your players react better. I just think that there's minimal downside to it because I don't feel like it really is affected too much with the run game this year. Now, this time, we got, again, 2 people free. The guy looped around the edge on the left, and then on the right, again, look, this is the thing about the right side. They pretty much have 2 guys to block with 1 player. So 65, he has to choose. Okay, I got a guy coming up the B gap and someone off the edge. Who do I block? He tried to go with Lawrence, but then he ended up blocking the edge guy, and that's why we got, again, 2 people free And as you guys can see here, getting underneath that seam route. Now, honestly, guys, you need a really fast user when running this defense. The guy I'm using right now is not really fast enough. That's why a lot of people that run this defense will actually use a little depth chart trick to get a safety in the game at linebacker, so they have like a 99 speed guy to user. That definitely makes this defense better because then you can just bait a little bit more. Obviously, I don't have that ability right now to do that, but that is something to keep in mind. Now, I do want to show this defense against a max protect look. So that's the biggest thing about this is a lot of people don't know how to beat max protect. And the thing is this exact play setup I've shown you guys is going to beat max protect. It's just a lot of people don't even realize that. So the reason why it beats max protect is because we crash our line to the outside. A lot of people don't crash their line properly, and they don't know, just small things with this defense. But when you crash your line to the outside with this setup, you're going to notice that even if they max protect, you're still going to get the guys coming free the same way. So here we're going to do that max protect. You guys can see I have both the running back and the tight end staying in for protection. Now, you would think that adding that extra player in protection would make this blitz, less effective because, basically, you had the two people needing to get blocked by just the one defender, the one offensive lineman on the right. Now you got the tight end, it should be good. But the problem is that the running back, the way the contain rush works over there this year, the running back is never going to block him. As you guys can see, he just lets him run around and loop in for the sack. So even though we do have a lot better ability to block on the tight end side now, because you guys can see no longer is it, two defenders for one protector, it's even now, 2-on-2. So they're able to pick that up. We do end up getting a shed, but the problem is that's why I do the QB contains instead of just leaving the regular rush angles, which is what a lot of players also do the mistake of, is they leave regular rush angles. I don't know why you would do that, because when you have the contain on the running back side this year from the specific defensive setup, even if they block him, he's just going to run right around him, right? There's really not anything you can do about that. So that's why I really do like this. And another thing I want to mention is because of the way we're setting this defense up, we have obviously, the contains. If you look, this guy's completely free on the left. And this guy, even with the tight end blocking, has outside leverage. So if someone has escape artist, this is going to be a hard defense to break contain on. Now, obviously, if someone knows how to glitch contains, they might be able to do it, guys. I mean, if you're a Sportsgamerz.com VIP member, you know how to glitch contains. You know how to glitch every contain out there. So you would know how to do that. But the average player that you play online probably doesn't know how to glitch every contain in the game. So this is going to be a very, very, very good defense at also keeping the quarterback in the pocket. I really do like this defense against the run, too. You can shoot gaps out of this defense pretty easily. I mean, it's a 4-3 look, so it's not going to be, just weak against the run as is, because it's a realistic run defense. So, hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown of how to get pressure on any protection scheme from these two plays. Also, like I said, if we could get 300 likes on this video, I will post some more setups that are more gonna break down how to get pressure while rushing less players, a few coverage schemes to mix in with this all-out blitz heater. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.